centipede, naked in your bedroom. Oh, when you swear to God that fucker's out to get you. And I digress, 'cause I must make you perfect morning. I try my best to scoop the slugger out the window. And there's a praying mantis prancing on your bathtub, and you swear it's a priest from a past life out to get you. And I digress, 'cause I must make you perfect evening. I try my best to put the priest inside a jam jar. And there's a millipede angry on your carpet. Oh, and I must admit, he's staring with a vengeance. And I digress, 'cause I must make you perfect morning. I try my best to prove that nothing's out to get you. To prove that nothing's out to get you.
Alex, it'll be easy. One act. We'll have these leaves up for one act. And they'll look really pretty. Bigger things than this. Thank you.
Fucking hell, I'm shit at that. You know, I started tap dance in January as part of all that New Year, New Me bollocks. That lasts about a week and then gets very boring very quickly. I mean, I do enjoy tap, but of course, when you're a beginner in dance reaching adulthood, every beginner's class is filled to the brim with middle-aged mums taking up something new as part of their Slimming World scheme. And that's all right. You know, everyone's got to tap it out. But they'll be there discussing their kids and their Stravas and their redundancies. And all I'll have to contribute to the conversation is the fact that earlier I burnt my tongue on my microwave meal carbonara. I also did a bit of ballet this year. And by a bit, I mean I attended one class, took a B-reel off that I'd left the house, and then walked home picking the leotard wedgie out of my crack. For a beginner's class though, I really feel as though I should have had at least 10 years practice. In preparation, there were people doing these deep pliés at the bar. There were a couple of pirouetters over in the corner of the room, I think that's this one. One guy even had his legs stretched all the way up, parallel with his head. I guess that's why they call it the Nutcracker. the silliness of tap's probably why I stuck at it a little longer than ballet. It's just a bit of fun, you know. And sometimes, a bit of fun's all you really need to get you to stick with things. I start a lot of things and never finish them. But sometimes, I surprise myself. Sometimes I find myself actually being good at things. Not this though, I quit tap last week. Everyone have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I said, did everyone have a good Christmas? Yeah! Good to get into the Christmas spirit at the end of January, isn't it? Costume change. You know, I think my favourite bit about Christmas is the morning routine. You know, you wake up, you open the window, and you are hit with that whiff of Lynx Africa. That's how you know Santa's been. You race downstairs to see that Santa has polished the pint of Foster's you left out for him. I was speaking to my friends about this, and they were saying how they always left out a glass of milk for the big man. Not my Santa. Nothing more than my Father Christmas loved than a pint on the job. If my Santa ever went missing, I'd expect his what 3 words to be, in the pub. I also love that little gap in between Christmas and New Year's, because, you know, suddenly it's normalised to just do fuck all. No idea what day it is. It was Saturday yesterday, and the 4 days before that. This time is bliss. There's no expectations of me. And then suddenly Jan 1st rolls around and we all find ourselves applying to memberships at Anytime Fitness. In rare cases, a tap class. Oh, bollocks.
What are you going to tell us about Harry Potter?
I was. Thank you, kind audience member that does not have my script in their hand. Do you guys, anyone like Harry Potter? Anyone like Harry Potter?
Yeah!
Lovely, lovely. Anyone got a favourite Harry Potter character? Ron! She's eager. Someone likes Ron. Oh my god. Top tier ginger he is. In between Ed Sheeran and Sam. I'd just like to teach you Harry Potter fans a little magic spell if that's alright. So you're just going to take your right finger like this. Copy me, I'm on stage, so you've got to copy me, it's the rules. And your left finger. And you're just going to plug your ears for a second, okay? I don't think I could date a Harry Potter fan. You know the type I'm on about. You can spot them from a mile off. Yellow and burgundy scarf flapping in the wind, stood in the streets pushing the agenda. Have you seen Harry Potter? Didn't realise he was missing, mate. No, the movies. Why haven't you seen the movies? Because there's 8 films about a kid with a wand. If I wanted to see someone say abracadabra and make things disappear, I would have used that trick on my ADHD fucking years ago. Honestly, it's taken me hours to write that opening paragraph. They also love to ask you what house you're in, don't they? Best trick to silence a Harry Potter fan is to say they look like they belong in Slytherin. They don't like that, trust me. Do you like that? She can't hear me, she's still got her fingers in her ears. Next one is someone that goes skiing. I don't think I could date them. Different tax bracket. I like to think I'm well-spoken enough, but every now and then the years of growing up on a council estate will slip through, and I'll find myself getting people's attention by going, oi oi! Don't think that'll go down well in the Alps, will it? Avalanche. They'll be there with their blue cheese and Sauvignon Blanc, and I'll be sat there eating a sausage roll and tucking into a packet of What's-It. Sausage rolls are great, aren't they? You know, you get the sausage roll, you eat the sausage roll, and then you are just covered in sausage roll. So what do? What's the solution to this madness? We just start slapping ourselves silly to get rid of the sausage roll. But yeah, I don't think I'll get on well in the snow. I mean, I struggle with the ice, and that's at ground level, that's not even at altitude. Do you know what the hardest part about ice skating is? The ice. I remember the first time I'd ever been ice skating. I must have been about 11 years old. It was my friend's birthday party. There we were, the little support penguins, shuffling along, and suddenly a whistle was blown, and we were all ushered to the edge of the rink. Slightly on edge and incredibly nosy, I wanted to know what was going on. Moments later, a man is taken off the ice on a stretcher. And that's when I decided to put two and two together and realise somebody's gotten hurt. The whistle is blown again, and actively deciding to ignore the fact that we had just witnessed what could very well have been the plot for an episode of 999 What's Your Emergency. Everyone just begins skating again. And that, having gotten massively sidetracked from my previous point about skiing and council estates, is why I ruled out figure skater as a career option and chose an acting course instead. You travel fast in council estates. I think it's because we don't have mile-long driveways like some of the trust fund owners in the area. You know, you'll see an ambulance outside at 10 at night, and by 7 the next morning, you'll have a full medical report and diagnosis hand-delivered to you by the neighbour. I do actually live on the street of someone quite famous, though. One of the admins for the Farnham Maltings Facebook group. Those groups crack me right up, because sometimes you get genuine community news, and then other times you get the people that use it like Google. I've lost my dog! Just to let you know, the A37 is closed until further notice. Does anyone know what day the blue bin goes out? You also get the people, for whatever reason, are paranoid all the time. I've noticed some markings along the pavements along our road. Now, these markings are secret codes used by the local gang, G9, in order to map out their next burglary victims. And it turns out it's just Swish Fibre laying down the markings for the new Wi-Fi cables. I love a good holiday post on social media, though. Yes, tell me where you've been, what did you eat, who did you go with? I live for it. And the posts that pop up approximately 2 months after the trip, with the caption, "Take me back." Palm tree emoji, ocean emoji. I love it. Last summer was actually my first time abroad. First time travelling, first time in airport security. I gathered all my top tips from people I know, friends, family, people online, you name it, and they'd all prepared me well enough for my trip. I learned about the exchange rate, how to speak fluent Italian, bonjour, and how to decline any free roses given to me by seemingly kind Italians. But nothing and nobody had prepared me for the feeling of pure fear as I walked through airport security. Those 20 minutes felt like the highest my adrenaline has peaked since the first time I tried a mocha. Those staff show no mercy. I felt like I was in an episode of SAS Who Dares Wins, where they have the ex-army officials putting recruits to the test. Shoes off, liquids in the tray, belts off. Why are you taking your belt off, slag? Shoes on, what's your ear? Over to the right lane, bend over. No, I'm just kidding, you don't need to bend over. Back up a bit, head, shoulders, knees and toes, now fuck off. Bloody nightmare, isn't it? And nobody thought to tell me about the 100ml liquid limit. So they binned off all 8 of my Lynx Africa gift sets I got. I'm kidding, that didn't happen. There were 9. No one wants to share their passport photo with anyone, though, do they? You can't do that. He knows. It's like middle name, isn't it? Got hair in my mouth. For some reason, the middle name must be kept a secret. And if anyone should ask your middle name, it's an unspoken rule that you have to make them guess. They're guessing for about 15 minutes while you're stood there smugly going, warmer, colder. Eventually they start to give up, don't they? And then you go, should I just tell you? They say yes, and suddenly you've forgotten your own middle name. What's your middle name?
Guess.
See. Passport photos are similar. I mean, nobody wants to share them, do they? We all go, oh no, don't look at that picture, it looks so ugly in that picture. Do you know what passport photos are meant to be? An accurate depiction of your face. The passport control officer's not sat there like, your jaw is more chiselled in real life. Huh? He goes, ugly, ugly, have a safe flight. Yeah, it was a nice trip though. Rome was beautiful, and it's famously known as the city of love. A guide explained to me how if you take the word Roma and reverse it, you get amor, meaning love. And love is something that flows through the entire city. sounds a bit inappropriate, don't drop your minute periods. Hinge is an app. It's a dating app. Now, I want to let you guys in on a little secret if you're willing to keep the secret. Will you keep the secret, everyone?
Yes!
It feels like a pantomime. Fabulous. Now, the secret is, I've never really been in a relationship. Or anything. Gasp. I know, surprising, isn't it? Or anything, if that matters, to be honest. There's got to be a term for that nowadays, hasn't there? Virgin. Just by cheer, who has been on the dating apps before? By show? One happy person, the rest of you are saying, don't take me back there. Who's been in a relationship, or who is in a relationship right now? Happy for you lot. And my single people, where are my single people? Big cheer. We want that one! Hell yeah! Can I just see the single people's hands again, please? Oh, I feel like Paddy McGuinness, single man, reveal yourself. What's your name?
Mia.
Mia, nice to meet you, Mia. And how long have you been single for?
About 2 years.
2 years. I'm sorry. I'm in the same boat though. And Mia, why do you think you're single?
Probably Hinge.
Relatable content, I like it. Now, Mia, do you go to UCA?
Maybe, yeah.
Do you think that could also be part of the reason? What do you study, Mia?
I do film production.
Film production, nice. And what's the big goal at the end of that? What's the dream?
Hopefully become a producer next time.
I like it, I like it. I think it's important to have dreams, isn't it, Mia? And I feel like a lot of us have dreams. I mean, I have a dream. My dream is to become, that's a famous quote, I'm sure, is to become the youngest Canadian comedian to make it big. I told my friends this, they were like, why are you finding this so funny? I told my friends this. And they were like, Janie, you can't do that. Why not? You're not funny. Not Canadian either. But yeah, on the topic of goals, I feel like a lot of us could do with a bit of help to reach our dating goals. Would you all agree?
Yeah.
Would you agree, Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's open the floor to our people in relationships. Relationship people, can I see your hands? Your hand was up first. What's your name?
Juliet.
Juliet, nice to meet you. And how long have you been with your partner?
2 years.
2 years, same as me has been single. There's only one winner here. Julia, I think we're all wondering the same thing. What's the secret?
I don't know if it's appropriate to say.
Okay, for anyone that didn't quite catch what Juliet said, she has a secret, but she doesn't know if it's appropriate to share. Hear that, everyone? Juliet is gatekeeping the secret. Let's see what we can get out of her, though. Juliet, if I was to go on like a first date, where would you recommend as the ideal first date destination?
Probably something activity-based, like bowling or tennis or something like that.
I like that, activity-based. And then you can really gauge their vibe, see what's going on there. And then bowling, brilliant suggestion, because you know what they say about bowling? You're either good at bowling, or you're bad at bowling. So in summary, Juliet has told us to go to Hollywood Bowl, and she's gate-kept the secret to love. I think I'll stick with the apps. So Hinge, what's it all about? There's a little section where you can create your profile and add all the little details about yourself. I'm Janie, 20 years old, 5'6". I don't have kids. I have a cat though called Pig. I sometimes drink. I live in Farnham, I'm a Scorpio, and I don't do drugs. Next up, you can add 6 of the most dashing photos of yourself. So naturally, I 10 quid to anyone who can guess where I got a sunburn like that.
Spain.
Bold choice, wrong. Trafalgar Square. Next up, you can match with people by sending them a heart, and they can choose to match back or not. It's up to them, really, isn't it? So let's take a look at the types of people you might find on Hinge. Welcome back to Watch Mojo, where we count down the top 5 Hinge users. Number 5, the fisherman. He thinks he's the cat, but he doesn't have me hooked. Don't take the bait. Number 4, the adventurer, always up for an adrenaline rush, but they activate fight or flight when it's time to text back. Number 3, the goofball. Best in the game, actually. Goofballs hit me up. Number 2, the Discord admin. Chronically online. Chronically online. And number 1, the catfish. Radcliffe isn't even single. If the Daily Mail saw this profile, they'd have a field day. But as I was going through the potential contenders, I noticed something about a lot of the participants on this app. Let's see if you can notice it too. Everyone's a fucking DJ. There was one guy on there called Eric. Sorry. Eric? And he had a deadly combination of qualities about him. He was a DJ. He goes fishing. And he could have gone pro at football if it wasn't for his knee injury. I'm sorry, Eric, I didn't realise we were playing 2 truths and a lie. And I could have played live at the Apollo by now if it wasn't for my twisted ankle back in 2012. Just thank his lucky stars he wasn't a Harry Potter fan. Now, before I love you and leave you completely, I'd just like to chuck in a bit of self-promo if that's okay, because I do have another gig coming up. Are we all familiar with Wembley Stadium? Yeah. Well, in a couple months' time, I'll be performing outside the co-op next door. See you there.
Sorry guys, my nerd, sorry. Sorry about this. Yeah, I'll do.
Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party burning out one other place. Lately, I've been really close to the edge. Stupid look in my face. I stay on the beat, you can count on me. I ain't missing no steps. Every romance tricks in your past, so I give it down. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party burning out one day.
Howard K. Smith. I'm Mary Reisner in New York. These are tonight's headlines.
All right, we're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
To our two guest commentators, William Buckley and Gore Vidal, and to ask them their observations on the events that have been unfolding over the last few weeks. Who's first? Mr. Vidal first?
I think there's very little we can say that would be in any way adequate. It's like living under a Soviet regime here. The guards, the soldiers, the agents provocateur on the parts of the police. You've seen the roughing up. This was a friendly, non-violent demonstration. As a rule, the press is on the side of the police. But this time, the police have seriously injured 21 newsmen. And the press has, of course, reacted.
I wonder if we can let Mr. Buckley comment for a short while now.
The distinctions to be made, Mr. Smith, are these. Number one, do we have enough evidence to indict a large number of individual Chicago policemen? It would seem from what you have shown us that we do. However, the effort here, not only on this show tonight, but during the past 2 or 3 days here in Chicago, has been to institutionalize this complaint that, in effect, we have a sort of police state going on here, a sort of fascist situation. The point is that policemen violate their obligations just the way politicians do. And if you could all work up an equal sweat, and if you all would be obliging enough to have your cameras handy every time a politician commits demagoguery and passes along grafts or bribes, or even when a labor union decides to beat people up for not joining his union, then maybe we can find some sort of impartiality and resentment. But don't do what's happening here in Chicago tonight, which is to infer from individual and despicable acts of violence a case for implicit totalitarianism in the American system.
Mr. Vidal?
We have the right, according to our Constitution, for freedom of assembly. These people came here with no desire, other than anybody's ever been able to prove, than to hold peaceful demonstrations.
I can prove it.
How can you prove it?
Very easily. I was 14 windows above that gang last night. These sweet little girls in their sun-baked dresses we heard described a moment ago. The chant between 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock this morning, some 4,000 or 5,000 voices, was sheer and utter obscenities directed at the President of the United States and the Mayor of this city. This is their way of accosting American society. And I, for one, say it is remarkable that there was as much restraint shown as was shown last night, for instance, by cops who were out there for 17 hours on inflicting a single wound on a single person, all the while that kind of disgusting stuff was being thrown at them and at all of American society.
Our producer, who was at the scene, injured, said there ought to be better ways to handle situations like that.
Well, I wish you would invent it. What are we in fact supposed to use when they break law and order as handed down by the judges? Right of assembly is not absolute. The judges have ruled on several occasions.
Let's let Mr. Vidal have a chance.
The right of assembly is in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights.
It's not absolute, not without consequences. It's not.
That's right. We live in a relativist world. However, it is the law. It is in the Constitution, and let us have no more sly comments in your capacity as enemy of the people. I was out there. There were none of these obscenities which your ear alone seems to have picked up. They were absolutely well behaved. And then suddenly the police...
No, I was there!
No, you said you were on the 15th floor. I don't believe you were there. Furthermore, the leaders of the New Left who are involved in this are talking about revolution. They are not talking about bloody civil war as you would indicate.
Yeah, all you do is violate the law.
It is no violation of the law to freely demonstrate. They came here for free assembly. They have not been allowed to hold demonstration in Soldier Field. Instead, the police, riled up by Mayor Daley and a lot of the jingos around here, have been roughing up everybody. And you want to sit there and talk about law and order.
Mr. Vidal, wasn't it a provocative act to take down the American flag and raise a Viet Cong flag in the film we just saw? Wouldn't that invite raising a Nazi flag in World War II would have similar consequences?
You must realize what some of the political issues are here.
You're so naive.
There are many people in the United States who believe the United States policy in Vietnam is wrong, and the Viet Cong are correct in wanting to organize their country in their own way politically. If it is a novelty in Chicago, that is too bad. I thought the point of American democracy is that you can have any point of view you
Yes,
want.
and some views have
Shut
consequences.
up.
I know I won't. Some people are pro-Nazi. And the answer is that they're well treated by people who ostracize them. And I am one for ostracizing people who egg on others to shoot American Marines and American soldiers. I know
As
you
far
don't
as I'm
care.
concerned, the only sort of pro or crypto-Nazi I can think of is yourself. Failing
Now,
that,
let's
I would
not
only
stop.
Now
say...
listen, you queer! Stop calling me a
Gentlemen,
goddamn crypto-Nazi, or I'll suck you in the goddamn face and you'll stay plastic.
Gentlemen,
Let the author of My Rebeckovich go back to his pornography and live any allusions to Nazism.
Gentlemen,
I was in the infantry the last while I
You
fought
were not in the
Nazism.
infantry.
I was in the
Now.
2nd Battalion.
gentlemen,
You are distorting your own military history.
Howard, can we wrap this up and move along? Oh my God.
wasn't it a provocative act? A provocative act to take down the Viet Cong flag, to take down the American flag and raise the Viet Cong flag, even if you disagree with what the United States is doing.
It is not a provocative act. You have every right in this country to take any position you want to because you are guaranteed freedom of speech. We've just seen a rather grotesque
acts.
example of it.
Certain acts that are lawful are nevertheless provocative. It's something a lot of people don't understand. We succeed as a society because we exclude certain things. We exclude genocide. We exclude class hatred. We ought to exclude it.
Mr. Vidal?
What more to say? There are many acts which provoke. What are we doing fighting in Vietnam if we cannot freely express ourselves here in Chicago?
Well, I think that's all we have time for. There was a little less light and a little more heat than usual, but it was still very worth hearing. That's all from Chicago. Good night.
And we're out!
Okay, we have everything? I think so. We do. Drinks?
Yes.
Snacks?
Yes.
Um,
The games. Do we have games?
Oh,
Oh my god, guys, I think he's there.
will he knock? He lives here. He's really lazy. Sometimes he makes me open the door so he doesn't have to get a key.
Police, open the door.
Ah, very funny, Joe.
Open the door or we will take action.
Okay.
Joseph Gilbert, you're out
What am I saying?
Which one of you is Joseph Gilbert?
None of us?
Well, where is he then?
He's out. We were waiting to surprise him for his birthday. Do you know he's going to be back?
Great.
Great. What now? Oh, it's the rap. That's your idea. Maybe you guys want to wait here with us? Okay.
You guys want a drink or something?
We don't really drink on the job.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Respect, guys. Should we play a game?
What game? Seriously? I don't know. What else is there to do?
What game? Seriously? We were gonna play charades.
Okay.
Okay, cool. There's 5 of us, so we need a team of 3.
I would have been their team.
That's it. That then. Who wants to go first? We should go first. We're gonna smash this. Yeah. You guys are going down. Okay. Easy. Okay. So, 2 words. First word. Bird. Duck. Angry birds.
You ready?
Wow!
Movie. Titanic. Song. Hot and cold. Movie. Princess and the Frog. Song. Hot and cold. Single ladies. The Wild Brother. Secret Life of the Bed. Time!
You can guess all of that, and you can guess chicken run. I'm sorry. God.
Not you, idiot! Sorry.
Oh my God! Why? Are you gonna do anything about this?
Kind of like those guys.
What do you mean?
You're coming with us.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Hi, guys.
If it were done when 'tis done, and 'twere well it were done quickly. If If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here upon this bank and shoal of time would jump the life to come. But in these cases we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, I am his kinsman and his subject, both strong against the deed, then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan has borne his faculties so meek, and hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow this horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He is almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We'll proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would now be worn their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the home drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would like a poor catted that is?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man who dares do more is none.
Oh, what beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you make both. They have made themselves in their fitness now, does unmake you. I have given suck! And know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I sworn to you as you have done to this.
If we should fail?
We failed. Screw your courage to the sticking place, and we not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journeys soundly invite him. His two chambermaids will I, with wine and with sail, so convinced that memory, the water of the brain, shall be made of few, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? Will not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only. Thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will not be received then, when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have laid?
Who dares receive its other? For we shall make our griefs and clamour roar upon his death.
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
so nice to meet you, Kathy. Thanks for having me.
Hello, Michael. Yes, hi. Anyone who can convince my little Marcy friend to grow out those god-awful bangs is welcome in my home.
There it is. Couldn't at least wait until I sat down to start criticizing me.
Oh, honey, you know I'm just playing around. But speaking of weight.
Oh my god, Mom.
So, Michael, what do you do for work?
Oh, I mean, finance, actually. Yeah.
Hi, Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Paul. I'm Michael.
Hi, Dad. Remember me? Your only daughter?
Yeah, of course I am.
Paul, where's the charcuterie
I'm
board?
sorry.
What is
I'm
that?
getting it!
So head wasn't up his ass. Anyway, so you said you work in finance? That's lovely for friend. Lord knows she's allergic to making money.
Mom, how many times do we have to have this conversation? I work for a non-profit. It doesn't mean I don't make money.
Tell it to the second-hand granny clothes you're always wearing.
That's vintage, Mom. Thrifting is cool.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, sweetie.
Yeah, my dad owns his own company, so I actually work for him.
That's lovely. I tried to get Fran to work for her father, but no, she'd rather do her community service.
Working for a non-profit is a real job.
Where's your bathroom?
It's just down the hall up the stairs.
Thank you.
Stop hugging the charcuterie! Mama wants her prosciutto.
So, that Michael's pretty great, huh?
Yeah, he's really funny and sweet. I really like him.
So, do you see a future with him?
Yeah, I think I do actually.
Damn it! sorry, but damn it, that's great, that's fantastic.
Okay.
So, do you think he'd ever leave you for somebody else?
Oh, what the
No, I meant in terms of loyalty. You need a loyal man.
Well, I think he made a great addition to the family.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, you know, whether that's with you or somebody else.
So what did I miss?
Me? I hope.
Of course I missed you, honey.
I need you. Get me pregnant!
Why don't you tell us more about yourself?
What do you want to know?
Any hobbies?
I like to fix up motorcycles in my spare time. You know, after being stuck in the office all day, it's nice to really get your hands dirty.
So do you ride?
Oh yeah, I love a long ride.
I know about this.
I've been doing this for ages, you know, I've had to learn things the hard way, like drilling too hard or stripping a screw. It's all worth it for this bee though. Take a look.
That's a nice hog.
Okay, I'm not really sure what that's all about, but Criminal Minds gonna start soon. I can't miss my time with Miss Spencer. Great.
So, nice to know you care more about Matthew Grey Googler than you do about me.
Yes.
So, will I be seeing you? Will we be seeing you then?
I'll be counting down the minutes.
Okay, time to go.
Oh my
You know, I don't mind if you're a little gang sometimes. Maybe not with my daughter's new boyfriend. You know, she's always taking everything so personal.
He is handsome, isn't he?
Honestly, if you hadn't taken a bite out of that cake, I would have.
Pew pew!
days are so busy, it's making me dizzy. There's so much I've gotta do. There's lunches and meetings and poetry readings and endless interviews. Gotta pose for a portrait and how I deplore sitting there for eternity. Then it's off to the inn where my innkeeper friend wants to name a drink after me. Then it's back to my room where I resume my attempt to write a hit. Just me and my beer and the terrible fear that I'm losing it. And it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's really,
Really hard. So very, very hard.
I make it look easy, but honey, believe me, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's so incredibly hard. So inconceivably, unbelievably hard. It's hard to be the bard. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. There's only so much of me to go around. I got so many fans, so many demands. I can only go take a piss. Be it theater freak or the autograph seeker. I want a piece of this.
Gimme, gimme.
It's a cross that I bear. I'm like Jesus, I swear it's a
Oh.
burden, but I suffer through it.
You suffer
It's
it.
a part of the game, the trappings of fame.
Oh.
Somebody's got to do it.
So he does
And
it.
I know, I gotta go and get back to my pen and ink. Oh, don't make me do it, don't make me go through it. Can somebody get me a drink? Cause it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's really,
Really hard.
It's sexy, but it's hard. This bar that I'm raising to be this amazing is hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's so annoyingly hard. So unavoidably, unenjoyably hard. It's hard to be the bard, baby. I know writing made me famous, but being famous is just so much more fun. You see, what people just don't understand is that writing's demanding, it's mentally challenging, and it's a bore, it's such a chore. To sit in a room by yourself, oh my god, I just hate it. And you're trying to find an opening line or a brilliant idea, and you're pacing the floor and hoping for, just a bit of divine intervention. That one little nugget, that one little spark, then Eureka, you find it, you're ready to start. So now you can write, right? Wrong, you're not even close, you remember that, damn it, your play's gonna be an So you write down the word, but it's not the right word. So you try a new word, but you hate the new word. And you need a good word, but you can't find the word. Oh, where is it? What is it? What is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Sam,
Hello.
vast information what Nicholas Bottom's been writing. Our spy is here with the news.
Did he see me losing it?
He's half blind, sir.
Oh, good, then he only saw half of it. You see what I did there?
Oh, yes.
Speak, man, what news?
I saw Nick Bottom, I did. He played a soothsayer to foresee what Shakespeare's greatest play would be.
That sneaky little thief. Why doesn't he come up with his own ideas?
It's hard.
No, it is, isn't it? It's really the worst.
It's hard.
Makes me wonder why I didn't think of that first.
It's hard.
Hard to alleviate the pressure to create.
It's hard.
Hard to do something as good as the last thing I did that was already great.
It's hard.
It's hard.
So hard that he is stealing from the bard.
While hoisting my baton. All that I need is a clever disguise.
Disguise.
I can pay for his devious
Devious
lies.
lies.
Tedious stuff. The work is terribly unmercifully hard. All right, Nick Bottom. I think it's time Shakespeare finds out what Shakespeare's next big hit will be. Cause it's hard.
It's totally hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. Totally hard.
It's hard.
Totally hard.
Fortune and fame, everyone knows my name. I can't help it. It's still freaking hard.